And the Martin Sports Car Club is back for week number 11, and we are at Spa this week, which I can tell you is going to be another crazy week. So speaking of crazy, let's talk to my crazy co-host Lexi, who's giving me the evil eye right now.
That's totally okay. Hi everybody, I am Cray Cray.
All right, we're going to get right into the mix and show you the race information.
78 degrees, which is perfect. 55% humidity from the morning. Partly cloudy, wrong. And 4 miles per hour. Also, I think one time I licked my cat.
Okay, not sure what that has to do with spa, or maybe it's a spa day. The cat was getting a bath. I don't know. But you can see on the left there is the track configuration layout. It is 4.31 miles, our second longest track that we have on this particular season, as we are an altitude of 1,305 feet with a track temp of 105. So it is a morning session, but it is starting to heat up, and you'll see some of the times dropping and the tires going off as the race moves on. All right, as we move through, we're going to say Andrew Gatorick with pole this week with the 2:17.8, which is phenomenal. Followed by Michael Cochran and Daniel up in third spot. Potential podium if he can hold on to this for ZP Motorsports. Bradley is in fourth with Shut Up and Drive It. Justin Barrera is back, got a hold of that Ford GT for fifth. Dean in sixth. Nicholas in seventh, great for him. Chris in eighth, another great one for him. Skylar ninth, and Kevin 10th, Tom 11th, Junie in 12th, Stephen Graham back again this week, 13th, Eric 14th, Bjorn 15th, Band 16th, and then Justin, Zane, Matt, and Bob did not take a qualifying time, or maybe went off. So we're going to go ahead and get started because it was a short parade lap with everybody. And there we go with a full fleet of cars. Andrew gets past the first corners. He sets the field. Bradley got a great jump right through that corner going up. Now, there's going to be a lot of incident points given out at this. The incident points are very strict here at Spa, which means if you go off track too much, or you spin or hit another player, I mean, you get incident points. But the incident points for the track is pretty crazy as they move through, as Michael Cochran is starting to go side by side with Andrew to try to fight for the lead, as they were just 0.3 seconds apart in their qualifying time. Oh, do you want to wait because you got a gummy bear in your mouth?
What are you talking about?
I don't know, but there is Michael right up on the tail of Tony the Tiger, which is really not. It's actually the gas station SO logo, which was their cat, I think, or tiger at one point. But those two are fighting too. You can see everybody is so close, as we're going to take some peeks back here with the rest of the field. This course first lap, everybody is tight as we go through.
So, should I go down the leaderboard?
Not quite yet. Let's get through a little bit of the racing and check out what is going on. As you see everybody. There's Bob's car. He changed his livery for this week.
I think this is just some kind of fun name that we'll probably not put up. But what could be like a non-cool, just some kind of banana man name? It's Nana Banana.
Nana Banana?
Mm-hmm. Nana Banana.
Yeah, it was funny. I saw, we were in a practice session, and of course, I looked down at the relative in the car, and it said Michael Cabrera, and I was like, who is that? Because we call him Banana Man so much, I forgot his real name for just a minute. So as they're getting in, so there is the start and finish, which is different from where the cars actually started, and that's because of this particular corner here. La Source is very tight, and there's usually a big, gigantic pileup. So on the first lap, they moved the start actually to where the cars are right now, but the actual start-finish line is on the other side of that first corner. So that's where we're going to start taking time showing you to see things. So everybody went green, obviously, on their first lap, because that is their fastest lap, as they come up the straight, which is very diabolical, as you're going to see. I know, right? How many times are you going to get that wrong? What you're going to see a little bit later is we take a drive. So, man, Michael, there he is. He's going on the inside. He's going to see what kind of braking move he can go in. to the first corner, and Andrew does give him room, but at the same time does keep his speed up as they go back and get back in a single file line, going to, that's the top part right there. Now they're going to start going downhill towards the rest of the track. So a lot of elevation changes in this particular track, which makes it very interesting because a lot of the corners are off cambered, and they will actually bite you pretty bad.
Can you go to the spot back for a second? I just want to say one more thing.
Oh, to Daniel?
Yes, I did.
There you go.
Okay, now I can make this. Should it be time, even though it's the beginning, we should hang with someone?
I don't know. Do you think we're ready yet? How about we wait till about lap 5 or 6 and let some of these cars get sorted out? So we like to ride with somebody when the field starts to get spread out and the cars are not as close together. As Michael Cochran, as you saw there, still trying to make a move to get around Andrew as he's leading the first couple laps right through here, coming through what I call that little house there on the left, on the right, which you couldn't see. I call it Grandma's Corner, but I'm sure it has a real name for it, which we'll go over a little bit later.
Where is he? Who is Steven?
Steven?
Yeah, who
Yep.
is Steven?
Steven raced with us last week, and he is back again this week. So he's one of the new guys that are coming into the league and wants to race with us. So here we go into the last chicane, which is, oh, bless you, Cassie. Oh, it's Cassie. Are you going to give us snacks for the broadcast booth?
Brownies, please.
No, she says bring our own snacks. That's not a lot of fun.
That's not fun. I need a brownie. I'll pay you.
Oh, we got some carnage going through here with Eric and looks like Justin and Kevin and Banana Man, and they're going 4 wide. This is not going to end well. They're starting to bang bumpers. This is not NASCAR, people, guys. Someone's got to back out. Oh, and Justin Hall, I don't know what happened there. Little side draft, but he took out Banana Man, and then Steven got in the side of him. So this is absolutely crazy. This is the back of the pack, people, where, I mean, we are still 1, 2, 3, 4, like 9 cars racing for the back of the pack. This is crazy. 11th through, looks like 19th are, all within just a couple seconds of each other, which is absolutely crazy. Normally, it's a lot more spread out with this, but Spa does bring on the drama.
I'm making something new just for today, or probably for some other races. So just for only this race, probably, only for this. So forget this after our next race, because you cannot do this. You get 1,000 points every time one person makes another person.
Oh boy, well that's gonna happen a lot. Oh, Kevin Medina got tagged by somebody. Not sure who that was.
1,000 points.
Yeah, this is unbelievable. Kevin's having a bad day. Looks like his car's doing okay at the moment. Man, that is tough. So while all that was going on, Michael Cochran did end up taking the lead with Andrew right behind him. I'm not sure if there was a mistake or there's just a clean pass going through, but those guys weren't looking too dicey. They were just looking for a nice spot to make a nice clean pass and not take each other out.
Oh, and if whoever is like, everyone may be counting, but if you hit someone, this is your job, to keep up with your number.
Keep up with their own number? Yeah, you could see just the myriad of cars. So this is the front of the pack, and then they got a gap right back there. So it looks like, Skylar, and then a little bit of cars here and there, and then it all closes up again as well. So who's pulling out there behind there? So there's Dean. Dean's moving up. It looks like he's moved up 1 spot from where he was. Right now, talking about moving spots, looks like the Shake and Bake Award winner and leader right now, leader is Bob Blucher, making up 6 spots after starting in the back. So these guys are looking pretty racy through here. Dean back in the ZPN Audi for another week has really come to terms with that car. And that car usually does very well here at Spa because of its handling characteristics, as long as you can just keep enough downforce on that back end, which does. So there's Justin Barrera looking in. He's trying to poke his nose in on these 3 guys right in front of him as he wants to get through, who's also looking pretty racy as well. He wants to get that spot back as he did start in 5th place and Dean overtook him. Oh, she raised her hand and said she wanted to talk, and I said, nothing. So
Wait, raised my hand? What?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
What are you talking about?
that's your cue to tell me that you want to talk. You put your hand up, and I finish my statement, and then I give you a little nudge with my elbow, and then you talk.
Yeah, that is how I
So
do it.
We have just given out our secret to everybody about how we communicate during the broadcast.
That's totally okay. But I don't want to be a rude person and interrupt my own father.
Yep. All right. So there goes Dean. Looks like he did get past Bradley going into this last couple corners. So yeah, that house right there is what I call Grandma's Cottage. Don't ask me why. Because they usually end up wrecking there all the time, and I'm always asking for help. So Dean moving through, getting to which is really the back straight, which has a very difficult high-speed left-hander right here, and he very cautiously just gets off the gas for a second to get the car settled so the back end doesn't come around as we're getting ready to come into the straight. Oh, and Bradley takes a much deeper line and on the brakes and gets that spot back from Dean as they're moving forward. Justin Barrera now is still trying to hang on to these guys, and Skyler looks like he's making up some time as Andrew throws down the fastest lap of the race, so 2:18.7. Well, these guys are still going at it. So Dean now gets on the brakes even harder through the first section. So as they get through the front straight here, they're going to go through that real crazy corner, which we're going to show a little bit later, which is a Rouge. And it's absolutely nuts, on the verge of death. And if you don't have the car set up right, you will end up flying. As a lot of guys in the back of the pack starting to fan out a little bit, so they're getting their fastest times in as you start to see a lot of green. So even Justin Barrera moves in as he gets a draft, and he is taking it deep, so he makes up 2 spots on the first chicane coming out of a Rouge as Bradley and Dean actually trail a little paint on their front bumpers going side by side as they go through just starting the downhill section. So this whole time where they're fighting, it is giving a chance for Skyler to start to make up some time on these guys, so make it a 4-way battle for that. So checking in with Andrew. Andrew is still on the tail with that big old nice teethy smile on his McLaren as he looks like he's got that big grin because he's like, I am hanging with Michael. Maybe I'll do a little fuel save and see if he can stretch his fuel mileage and take a shorter pit stop a little bit later. So we'll keep an eye on that one. What do you think?
Sure. So, this is nice. How about I give out points? I'm only giving out points for people who didn't crash into anybody. So from now on, everybody can crash into people. That's how they get their points for this race. But the people who don't, I'm just gonna give them points only for that. So don't you go thinking you got a million points.
Okay, well that's a good thing. Whoa, there's a Bjorn. Yeah, that's him in the Lamborghini. Went just a little bit wide as Tom Jedson goes through there and is able to pick up a spot. Said this is so tight. If you look on your rear on the timing and scoring, you know we have Chris Wells in 12th, all the way back to Matt Jackson. Again, everyone's within a second, which is so tight. As Michael Cocker puts down another fast lap, and it looks like he's got a little bit of a gap now on Andrew as it closes up to a second. So we don't have DRS like Formula One, so he will, I'm sure, be able to make up that time somewhere. So here we go into, look at all these, there's 6 cars going into chicane. Someone's going to the pits. That looks like Justin Hall. Justin Hall's going into the pits, so maybe he has an issue with the car, or lap 6, he might be able to make it to the end, so he probably wants to get out of this traffic and get some clean air.
It's lap 6.
Yep. I just want to point out Zane Plumley in the back is seconds faster than a lot of guys, so he wants to move out and get away from some of the people and try to move forward. So he's getting held up a little bit by some of the guys here in the back as they're fighting. Not that they're slow, they're just all fighting, and when you're fighting with other people, it does take it up. So there is a good view coming up through the Rouge where, again, you can hear the tires just begging for what's going on. So there goes Zane Plumley, as you can see when Matt Jackson was sliding a little bit, that he was going through. Let's check in with Chris Wells. Oh, that's not the view I wanted. There we go. Chris Well's doing great. He qualified really well, but he fell back 4 spaces, but still in 12th place. It's a pretty good high spot. He normally starts in the back and wants to have a clean race, but there is no such thing as a clean race at Spa. None whatsoever. Not with the way the track is, how fast it is, and just how tough it is for the incident points to get accrued as you just drop a tire, here and there.
So now that we're chilling, so I have the perfect. Well, I just have someone in mind.
You have someone in mind to ride along with?
Yes, and it's not the 100-year-old man.
Okay.
He's turning
Yep.
2,000.
He's now turning 2,000?
Yep. He's skipping a lot of years.
Yep. So as Justin got by Dean is now keeping real hot pace on the back end of that Ford. So everyone always makes fun of that Ford being slow, but you get a decent setup on it, and a good driver like Justin and an okay driver like Zane, and it actually performs pretty well, even though Zane's the back of the pack, but started in last place on purpose, just because usually the first lap around Spa is quite the show of wrecks, and nobody wrecked. And so it really didn't work out for Zane to pick up a lot of spots. So he'll stick around in the back and see who he can pick off here and there from other people's mistakes.
How about we go build some Lego?
Oh, you want to go with Daniel?
That's exactly
Okay.
what I was thinking.
Well, we will go and ride with Daniel, but we will start at the beginning. So now he's starting his downhill mark. So we'll come back to him in just about a minute and get with him when he's on the start-finish straight. How about that? So here's Banana Man. He's did a little bit of damage on the front end there. I think that was from what happened on turn 2 when they're going 4 wide, which still amazes me. Great shot. I need to probably go back and see if I can't get a picture of those 4 cars wanting to go into La Source with 4 wide, which is absolutely nuts. So here we have these 3 guys again, just a different order. So Dean did get in front of Justin, and now Bradley, with those 2 guys fighting for the lead, has now caught up, and he can probably sniff some draft going through as well. This is the best race that we have going on right now, as you can tell by the leaderboard. Which is pretty good. And Bob Blucher's still moving up, now 10 places for the Shake and Bake award leader at this time. All right, so we are coming on to the back. So let's go ahead, and here is Daniel. So he'll be getting ready for his last lap, and we will switch to the cockpit mode. Yep. And there we go. So start-finish line is right there, and the first corner that they're going to be coming up to is
La Shoyo.
La Source. We are not Belgian, so please do not write any hate comments below. All right, as we go downhill up to this real trecky turn, right as they go up the hill, as you see, is crazy, and this is probably one of the most famous corners here. Rouge. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. With the little corner right here, what is that? The last part of it, Radion. Yep. And then they're on the straight called
Camel.
Yep. And then right after that is called the
Camel Straight.
Yep. And then right here, Daniel is in Lacombe. Yep. And
Madida.
Madida? I have no idea. Let's just call it Madida. So now they're coming into
Bruxelles.
Bruxelles?
Bruxelles?
Yep, that sounds.
Brussels.
Yep, and then going
to Double Gretsch.
Gosh, yeah. Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So yeah, that's where he's at right now. Double gosh. Double goodness.
And now we're gonna call this one less fringe.
La
Fridges.
La fromage. No, that's French. Okay. All right. So after these 2 corners right here, this one coming up
Compound.
for campus.
Oh my god.
Yep. And that one, which I call Grandma's Corner, is
Save your lot.
yep, Stavrolot. All right,
Grandma's
so
Corner.
so now we have another like back straight, which is called
Corned beef flu.
corned beef Paul fries.
Corned beef
Yeah.
Paul fries.
Gourmet Parfriere, and then the corner he
Okay,
just went
corned
through
beef.
is called Blanchemont,
Blank.
and then into where he's right now is
Canada.
Chicane. I don't blame you. You're not French or Belgian or anything. So
That's just
that's quite all right. So there is one lap with Daniel. So thank you, Daniel, for letting us sit in your seat and take us around a lap. So let's get back to some action as Bradley is still within a second of Dean after passing Justin. Unfortunately, we did miss some of that action going on. But here in the back of the pack, too, we have Matt Jackson. That's a great shot. Matt Jackson is now catching up to Kevin Medina. Hi. How are you?
Oh, that was really funny. I think they'll make a great hit on the thing.
Yep, Matt Jackson putting in his fastest time of 2:22.8 as Zane Plumley is going to hit pit lane. Probably take care of some damage. I think earlier on, unfortunately, Bjorn spun after one of the corners and came back on the track and just barely tapped Zane, and he ended up going into the wall. So, no harm, no foul. It's just a racing thing, and we're all friends here, so it wasn't on purpose. So nobody's mad. Everybody's great. Everyone's have friends, and we'll race next week.
So, two things. One, we're going to get to this leaderboard because it feels like forever with this track. And also, well, where is the computer guy?
Yeah, I know. Where is Ricky Bobby, the computer?
Oh, it was Ricky Bobby. Wait, maybe he changed his name to Steven.
No, Steven. But no, he didn't. So we'll have to ask Eric what happened to Ricky Bobby. So wow, what did we miss? Andrew might have had an off. Andrew's now in 4th place with Daniel in 2nd and Dean in 3rd. So the ZPM guys are really doing a great job this week, bringing it up front.
How that you put on that little board, that's like the pit
So see who's pits.
pit strategy.
All right, so far nobody's pitted yet in the first 12
What's happened?
guys.
Everyone but Cabrera went to 8. Oh, that's the guy, Kogu.
Yeah, Zero. Yeah, that's Daniel. He has the Lego car. So yeah, so you'll see as they pass the line, it'll go from 8 to 9. See that? So they've done 9 laps since they last refueled, which was actually the start of the race.
So we're on lap 10, which means we are
Yeah, we are halfway. This is going crazy. I don't know. I mean, it's such a long track. Bob Lucher 2:19.9, so finally breaking that 2:20 barrier. So he is moving up even still. He just had 9 seconds to catch up to Nicholas. Nicholas, which who we have is the oval guy.
oval guy.
There he is, right there.
Does that mean he lives in that country?
He's from there, yes.
So
South Africa. That's what the
do
flag
I
is.
need to speak a different language?
Yeah.
Sibu Galo Skibo.
I don't think that's his native language.
No, it's the language that me and my friend Charlotte it's made of. It's like Sibu Gali Bulu Badio.
I have no idea what that means.
It means nothing.
It means, hi, Nicholas, the oval guy, Vincent.
Sure, we'll say that.
All right, here's Bradley, who is in the Ferrari. Is he the only Ferrari? Steven was in Ferrari, but it looks like he's checked out and disconnected, unfortunately. So that does leave Bradley as the only Ferrari, which also do quite well here, just because he has a mid-engine layout like the Audis do. But he is trying to give chase up to Andrew, who looks like whatever happened to him earlier that dropped him down is trying to find his pace again as he's trying to catch up to Dean, and he is making up some time. He is catching up to him, probably with the long straight, using some of that draft to pull in a little bit tighter because now it's just down to 0.3 seconds, where it was 0.6 before the straight. So let's see. Whoa, Andrew goes way out wide. I'm sure he picked up an incident point on that one because he went so far off track. As they head into the chicane, which is a first gear full of patience. So the autocrossers know how to handle that one pretty easily.
For people who don't crash into people, you get 11 points.
11. That's pretty good.
Why?
Wow, look how close that is.
It's just 11. What's so good about that? Is your favorite number 11 because you like being 11?
No.
Do you like your childhood?
I do like my childhood,
So,
but not just 11. All right, Bob Blucher hits pit lane, so that allows chance to Junie Thompson to give up into the top 10, and it's also with Chris Wells. So Chris is up in the 10th. I'm sure he's pretty ecstatic about that. So Andrew takes a little bit of a peek on the inside, see if he's going to dive in on the brakes, and he is going to dive in. And according to timing and scoring, he did pass through, but Dean very politely lets him through. Didn't want any trouble. I mean, he's already looking at almost a podium coming through here. So this is one of Dean's. I know he's won one previously in the league, one or two, and has a few podiums as well. But he definitely wants to add to that. Dean's really racing, really clean this week. He probably has a little bit better setup for maybe normal past races, but those are going to really racy and dicey. As Justin Barrera is now closing in on the back of these guys. Also, I'm sure the draft is helping out as well.
tater tots, french fries, hot dog, hamburger, ketchup, and anything other. Oh, and steak.
Okay,
and
so
cow.
let's see, you want,
For dinner.
no, well, yeah, no, you want,
Huh?
I'm trying to get the view that you want. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
So, if you watch just a few more seconds as they go into the chicane, I'm sure that thing is going to light up like crazy. So is your marshmallow ready?
Yep.
She's holding an imaginary stick up to the television.
It's big. It's
All right, get ready. There it is.
Oh, perfect. It's so sticky. I need a napkin. Wow.
All right, as they're coming through, a couple of cars in tandem trying to safely get by each other. Justin Barrera, another fast lap, so he's been knocking them down at 2:19.2, and Skyler with his fastest at 2:20 flat. So even though we're more than halfway through the race, the fuel's burning off, almost getting ready for a pit stop, and tires are still holding up as we're still looking at about 110 degrees in the track temp, so it's holding pretty well.
So you can play with fire, even though he's not here. So you can play with your computer while I can talk.
You're gonna talk and let me play. Okay.
Yeah, so here we are with Team Dibdall, and they're coming up with a bunch of people, and this tiger has a golden tooth. So this is an awesome track. It is very long, and we are almost done with the race because we are 2 laps from halfway. The first person who was still beating Jesse Olsen for like forever, which is a new update because Jesse is always winning. So this is very nice. We have this view of the beginning, like we're in the back of the other car, and it's like we're a camera facing that way. So someone just hit some rocks. I just
That's very descriptive, but yes. Probably some gravel that was brought back on the track when somebody went probably just a bit too wide.
We are with Andrew Gatorade.
Yes.
With his red car as his picture in front of the forest.
Yep.
There is a wild string chase. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. No, keep going.
So, we are here, and we are in what corner?
Blah, 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 blah corner.
What? Let's just say we're in the granny's house. All the way through the woods.
Blanche
to
Mont.
Grandma's
There
house
we go.
today. Thank you. So, we are still here at lap 13, which is how old Cassie? Here. She's here with no brownies.
Still no snack.
No,
what's
no
up? What's up with that? She's fired.
I knew you there.
She's yelling at us, get your own snacks.
Why can't we just
All
have
right,
cookies
is
again?
Dean, so a lot of the middle pack guys, or like kind of lead front pack guys, are starting to hit pit lane. Daniel, Bradley, Skylar, Nicholas, also they're hitting pit lane as Dean is still giving chase. He's got an extra lap maybe in his tank to try to catch up to Andrew. So this is the fastest group that we have.
Did I do good?
Yeah, you did great.
Did I think I need to work on it.
Yep, well, that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted.
There we go. Red wheels turning like fire, which is actually fire coming out.
Yeah, it's a whole fire thing going on. Chris Wells hitting pit lane along with Skylar and Nicholas getting ready to head back out. So Matt Jackson moving up to 11th, so moved up 9 places. So he's definitely doing pretty well. So he's now the shake and bake leader for what is going on.
I just got something funny.
What's
Steven Grandma is out.
Whoa, look at Matt. Matt just went up to 7th place, now made up 13 places. But I believe he is still yet to pit. That's why he's making up so many places. But that's okay. It'll all work out and get everything going. I don't think no one can do the race in one tank, even if they do a fuel save for the whole thing. It just wouldn't be fast enough to be able to keep up. So it looked like somebody left some smoke there, might have gone off in that corner previously.
So, should I go to the leaderboard again?
Did you go down the leaderboard first time? I think we talked about it and then you never did it.
I'm pretty we talked about it, but then you said we should wait.
Yeah, I think maybe I did.
So, and it's been forever, and we're only on lap 13.
Yep.
This track is long. This might be, so,
Oh, there he goes. He's going into pit lane.
pit lane.
Yep, Michael went in, Andrew and Dean. So the top 3 and Justin all going into the pit lane.
Michael's gonna lose his place. You should get more gas in that thing.
I don't know. He does have a 33 second lead over Junie, is what it's showing right now.
Okay, so we have in first place Michael Cochran,
Cochran.
Andrew Cochran, Andrew Gatorade, Dean Dibdo, Justin Cabrera, Junie Junie Thompson, Tom Jesse.
Tom Jessen.
Jessen, I know.
I'm so horrible. I always want to say Jensen.
Jensen.
I know, but
Okay.
because I grew up in Miami watching one of my favorite players on the Dolphins. His last name was Jensen. You used to call him Crash.
Crash.
Yes. He was a football player. He wasn't even a race car driver. Probably a good thing, because if he was a race car driver, his name was Crash, he probably wouldn't last very long.
It just changed to Daniel Correo, Kroger, Ciro, Bradley Alvis,
There you go.
Skylar Gregg, new guy, Nicholas Vincent.
He's not a new guy. Uh-oh, Blinky. Blinky's
Blinky.
taking over. The new Blinky, Kevin Medina.
What? Okay, so Eric Lindsay, Poplicha, Crispy Well. I'll eat you. Crispy.
1 week I'm going to change that in there so it's going to say crispy.
Why?
Just because. I'm going to name it Crispy Well Done.
So then why would you do that? So I can think of this.
So you can read it as Crispy Well Done.
Okay, and Junie Thompson. I already said that.
Yep.
Tom Jessen.
Everyone's taking
New
pits.
guy.
Yeah, they're all moving all
Chris
over.
Wells. Banana, Kevin Medina, Zane Plumley, aka known as Dad, and Kevin Medina, and
Bjorn.
Stage,
Sounge.
Staunch,
Yep.
Stale,
Sounge.
Staunch,
And
Justin Hall, known as not my boyfriend, also known as 100 years old. And Steven Grandma.
Steven. That's all right.
Steven Grandma.
All right, as we get back to the action, we should never go down the leaderboard when people are going into the pits.
No.
It's like you said, like I think you said Matt Jackson's name like 4 times. So here we are in watching Daniel out there in the Lego Mercedes, now being chased by Andrew and Dean. So Andrew did get ahead of. Oh, and there he goes. He takes the inside as they go through, and Daniel does give him a little bit of room and slows it down as well, letting these guys go through. Maybe he felt that it was probably safer for him to let these guys through instead of have a crash and take all 3 of them out. So there you are right there, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and 6th. Bradley now coming into the mix as well, and I'm sure he'll make up that 1.6 second deficit here real quick. That Ferrari is pretty fast in a straight line, and pretty slippery as well. The Ford has just got some of that power. Believe it or not, which is interesting, the Ford does really well with a medium, downforce setup in a lot of these curves. May not have a lot of the straight line speed as some of these other cars, but the cornering, which is actually really good. All right, did see some more. So here's Kevin making up some time on Banana Man. Looks like both these guys went to the pits and got their cars fixed, so that's why they look brand new again. Oh, and there goes Banana Man into the pits. So that would leave Kevin to move up to 14th place now. So we're gonna move in with Bradley.
He has a horse on his training wheels.
What? On his steering wheel.
I said training wheels, didn't I?
Oh, there's Bjorn picking up some pace towards the end at 2:21.5. If you notice Justin Hall down there, down in 19th place, he's usually a front runner out there, always knocking on the door or on the podium. Not having a good race. I think he had some off tracks during the qualifying, I should say, and had to start from the back, and then got tangled up in that 4 wide thing there. And then I think he also had to get a drive-through penalty where you cannot take any pit work, either tires or fuel. So he had to go through the pits, I think 2 or 3 times because of incident points. So unfortunately, not a good day for Justin Hall today. So, but good thing for him. I mean, he normally does have a good race. So with 3 drops allowed in each race, each season, this one, I'm sure was probably one he wants to forget.
2 things. 1, it's lap 16.
I know, it's getting there.
And 2, am I talking too much?
No, not at all.
I talk not like this all the time, but I can talk way more than this. It's just, I don't know, it's just you. I think we just passed Grandma's house.
Yes,
Over
we
the
did.
woods into the house, to Grandma's house we go.
All right, so you can see now that, like I was saying, Bradley he just cut that time in half from the last time that we had talked about it. So now he's down to 0.7 and looking to make up even more time as he gets through. Oh,
Whoa!
Justin Barrera. Oh, and he saves it. Oh, looks like he had some damage. Oh, that's a bummer. Oh, man. And that's what we're talking about, going up there. He takes a tow back to the pits. He must have had some pretty substantial damage, unfortunately.
The commentator's curse.
Oh, you're right. It is the commentator's curse. So sorry, Justin. He's probably like, man, I like being on the broadcast, but not like that. And I know, and he was having such a good race with everybody, and I'm sure that he, would not like to get that one back. So there's Dean. Dean now back into 2nd place with Andrew. I wonder if he's having a problem. Looks like he's fallen back there, and Daniel now into 4th place as well. So, man, these ZPM drivers this week, look at them in 2nd, 3rd, 4th. The Suddy guys, Bradley, Skyler in 5th. ZPM in 7th, Suddy in 8th, and Bob is in 9th place, kind of leading the charge for Martin Sports Car Club for their Team Cup. With Jesse not being here this week, he is on vacation in a cabin in the mountains somewhere, and he deserved it. I think he's already wrapped up the championship, so he has won this year for first place in the championship. And Michael Cochran out front right now with the 15-second lead over Dean is just pretty much on cruise control for Team Tennessee.
You heard it, Cassie. You're a commentator too.
Oh, I don't know if I can get Cassie in here to do commentary.
She just said no. Then could we get some brownies, please?
She so set you up for that one.
No, I didn't. I didn't actually set her up. I actually just wanted to tell you that I know didn't make her. Anyway, we're at Lego Guy. Who wants to hang in there? Hang in there.
He's happy. The sloth is happy. He has eucalyptus leaves.
Yes, it is so creepy. He's smiling at us and staring. He's so creepy. He's just like this.
Well, they can't see that. All right, so there's Eric, who is within a half a second of Bob, and Bob with the early pit strategy, getting out of some of that messes, still worked out to him as he now has taken the lead for the Shake and Bake Award, moving up 11 spots, which is phenomenal. What are you smiling for? You're supposed to be talking. Oh, look who it is.
Chicken legs. Someone get the butter. Someone get the butter.
Oh, the wing sauce.
Oh, yeah. Oh, someone get the hot sauce. Is that Baby Shark?
Is that Baby Shark?
I think that's Baby
Wait
Shark.
a minute.
Go to him. I think it's Baby Shark. It's Baby Shark. I'm pretty sure he's blue. No, he's yellow.
Well, even if it isn't Baby Shark, I guess you're gonna name it Baby Shark.
No, I'm naming him. I'm naming him Killer of the Ocean.
Oh, well, you know who it is.
Bob Bleacher?
Yes.
Bob Bleacher, you're in big trouble. Meet me at Donut King and we'll face.
Oh, we missed
Bring your
Donut King.
coffee.
Yeah, if you guys, a shameless plug here, if you guys never been to the Donut King out in Mineola, which is right next to Claremont, it's definitely worth the drive. Amazing donut. So speaking of sponsorships and stuff, I'd like to give a shout out to Shut Up and Drive It, who's kind of like our official streaming partner for the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League, and also Icon Sim Sports for their amazing chassis. And I believe one of the drivers in this race is actually going to be putting in an order for one of the M1 rigs. I don't want to say who because it actually hasn't happened yet, but I'm sure someone will see it on Facebook or on Discord as well. All right, so there's Nicholas running his own race all by himself. How do you say that?
Huh?
Abamase.
Abamase.
All right, that's enough of that. This is race, not a concert.
Oh, I don't. I'm afraid of. I have. This is my secret. I have stage fright. November 16th, on my birthday.
Oh my
goodness.
There's no stage fright for you whatsoever.
Did you hear how quiet I was in the Light Whitney concert?
Yes.
It wasn't a concert. I was this quiet. I was so quiet, no one could hear me.
So what's going to happen later in your career as Bradley Alvis is looking for a way around Daniel? So what wow, these two, whoa. I know if that was close. I don't know if he gave him enough room, but Bradley was able to see that and back out. So what's going to happen if you have stage fright, because you said that you're going to become like a professional sports commentator.
What? No, I'm not going to be on a stage. I'm going to be here.
Yeah, but sometimes you still have to be out in front of a bunch of people, but you got to talk in front of the camera.
What? So I'm just going to get that camera thingy and we could do that and everyone could watch me. And then it would be like this.
Well, when you're a professional, you're actually at the race.
At the what?
Yeah, at the what? At the race.
At the what? Please hand me the map. I'll see if it has it on there.
It's not on there.
So, we are on lap 18, only 2 laps to go within half an hour. No.
No,
not another half an hour. It's been like forever.
No, we're doing okay.
Yes, so a lot of things have changed on the leaderboard. You have gone up to 14th place.
Getting there.
It's progress.
It is. It's progress. And these guys here, talking about progress, are starting to progress into closing up some times between Junie, Chris Wells, and Tom.
Don't make me angry.
Oh, I thought you had your hand up because you wanted to talk. I didn't know you wanted a high five.
Hi, everybody. I'll talk. I'm pretty sure I know the perfect one for the Lexicar Drive 4. Lap
Oh,
lap
boy.
19. I want to talk. You play with Bobby Ricky, even though he's not there.
That's Eric's computer. I haven't named my computer yet.
You don't need to name it. That'd be creepy. You'd be
it's-
like Bertram. He names all his utensils.
Oh, really?
He names his everything. All his friends are spatulas and stuff.
Okay, how
He
about
has
we not
friends with
talk about a
spatulas.
Disney Channel TV show that's been off the air for 10 years?
How
Okay,
did you
how
know
about
that?
because let's talk about the race.
Okay.
So Daniel has dropped Bradley 2 seconds back and is moving forward now, trying to get on the back of Andrew as he's coming through, starting the downhill section. I'm not sure if Bradley had a little slip up or a slowdown, and hopefully he will get back into the race here. So yeah, Daniel is closing in, and also Eric back into pit lane. I think he had an issue with incidents and had to take another drive-through. Man, that's a shame, man. The Bradley definitely up there, and Skylar as well. But some of the other guys from Suddy having a rough day, between Eric and Justin Hall and Bjorn.
That is so cool. Michael Cabreran is actually close to the Banana Man, which is supposed to be actually very far. So he should be actually in the back of the race.
Yep, so here are some active MSCC members here. Junie in the ZPM BMW, and then Chris Wells, both board members, not at the same time. And they are going at it, so I'm sure that whatever happens, they're going to throw some comments back and forth at the next general meeting.
I'm so
Yep.
sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. I should never interrupted you.
That's okay. No,
I'm sorry. I'll
that's
give you a heads
stop
up.
saying sorry and let me
Sorry.
keep talking.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
So these guys, at the general meeting, I'm sure we'll have something to say about how this race has. So it's pretty neat that a lot of the guys that are still, active within the club race, with autocross at the events, but also race each week here on the iRacing League. And what's also neat too is a lot of the guys that aren't Martin members that do race here still go to Martin events once in a while, which is pretty neat. So they have a chance to meet the guys that they never see their face except for the little pictures in the corner on these broadcasts. All right, there is Michael Cochran getting ready to put a lap on, but very cautiously. He's got a 17-second lead over Dean. So he's going to take his time and make sure that he finishes his race, nice and safe in front of them. And it looks like Banana Man slowed down just a little bit to let him go through as he was the leader. All right, Dean making up 4 places, but Bob, I think, is going to pretty much grab the Shake and Bake Award, which gives him 3 bonus points added to his total for this week and then towards the championship as well. So, these guys are starting to close up again. Here we go.
Let's see. 199.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm counting down until I get there. What are you talking about?
I don't want you to
Didn't you
count
nod
up.
me?
I did. Talk about the race.
Okay, everybody, I'm going to talk about the race. This is a cool race. It was a very long one. Lap 20, lap 20. Then we're going to be at 21, which means totally good. We're going to be in, and then someone's going to win, and that'll be Michael Cabreran.
All right, so Tom getting a big draft coming up the front straight is able to get past Chris Wells as he moving through as he gets to the first corner and was able to hold it with all the extra speed. So now he is now holding down that top 10th place, moving Chris back. But Chris, I'm sure, is not going to take too well and is going to push harder to try to get back into the top 10. As Junie, Mr. Consistent, changing his wheels from white to now silver chrome, which actually looked nice on that paint scheme, is holding off. I'm sure he's driving in his mirrors right now. Tom is all over the back of him.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We did miss that, but this is such a great race through here.
Sorry, I was crazy.
All right, so there's Michael with the win. Congratulations. As we got some other guys, moving through the end right here, back through the last one. So this is the last one through as these guys are going through. Oh man, what is What's happening?
Donut party.
I think Daniel ran out of gas, and
So I'm gonna go pick him up.
yeah, and I don't know if Bradley knew what was going on because he was shaking the car. I mean, I don't know if that works in real life. Whoa! Look at that, man! Over, under, and then takes him out. Oh man, that was. I don't know if that was good, bad, or indifferent. I'm sure the stewards will have to probably look at that one as well. Which Bob is right on the back of that. I don't think he'll be able to make that extra place up at the last second. But man, what a dive that was! And let's get back to Junie and. Something did happen to Tom because Chris did get it back. He's got a great run coming out through, and I don't know if he'll be able to pop out and pass him because the short area to the start finish line. So there it is there. So a top 10 for Chris, Junie in 8th, as some of these guys are starting the donut party already. There's Kevin and Zane ran out of time and laps to be able to catch Kevin Medina in 12th. And let's see, who else do we have? So Matt Jackson's still out there as he's coming into the chicane. Keeping a clean car this week, which is good.
This has been an awesome, very long race. About more than a half an hour.
Yep.
And now it's getting foggy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, that's okay. That's because of the guys are probably
having a donut party.
Yeah, they are doing their donut party.
I'm pretty sure they made that donut. What do you think I'm gonna look?
All right, so here's Justin coming in after his wreck going up the hill, and he went out there and still finishes the race. Unfortunately, it did put him back 10 places down to 15th. He will get an extra bonus point, unfortunately, for losing the most places within the race as he closes out with the 2:21.4. And Eric is the last man on track, way back there. So he must have just gotten out in front of Michael Cochran, who was able to win the race. So normally I like to stick around and let everybody get past the finish line, but come on, Eric, let's go.
Eric, go, 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 go.
He is going. He's got little short straight, and he's got a chicane coming up here.
And he's got chicken legs. And he's driving with his feet?
He might be driving with his feet. I'm not sure.
Well, because that's up to the ceiling, but it doesn't show the ceiling.
So you can just see how tight that chicane is there as he crosses the line as the last driver through. He did have to take a drive-through to fix his car on one of his things as he went through a start-finish. So with that, into the race results. Michael Cochran on a hot streak. I believe this is his third race in a row in which, he has taken the lead, and by 17 seconds, no less. So congratulations, Michael. Great job. Dean with another incredible drive as well. In second place, a good podium for him, and Andrew in third. So for the Team Cup, Tennessee will take first, but the next person down would be Zane in 13th, and I think Dean and Andrew, their points will actually give them the weekly win for ZPM, the first time they won the Team Cup in this challenge here. Daniel in 4th, Nicholas, his best finish, I think, ever, in 5th. Skylar in 6th was able to pull it together after that last-ditch effort right there with Nicholas and Skylar. I'm sure someone will look at that. Bob moving up from just about last to 7th, so congratulations, Bob, for that. Bradley in 8th, Junie in 9th, Chris with his first top 10, congratulations to him. Tom in 11th, Kevin Medina in 12th, Zane in 13th, Matt 14th, Justin Barrera 15th, Eric in 16th, Banana Man 17th, Justin Hall 18th, not having a good day at all, unfortunately. And Bjorn in 19th, and Stephen Graham finishing out the top 20. So there is our race. What do you think of that one, Lex?
It was very long and good.
It was a good race. There's a lot of exercise. So stay tuned next week as we are at Le Mans. We're going to do 10 laps around the 24-hour circuit, and should be another exciting, crazy races this week. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we will catch you in 1 week.
Make sure to go on Facebook to check out, go on Facebook and go on the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League page, and make sure to pop in to see who won the Lex Car Jet Ford, and go on YouTube to watch this video.
All right. Thank you very much.
Bye bye. Espanol.
No, wrong one.